We've got some breaking news happening right now. There's a Reuters Ipsos poll that is sending shockwaves throughout the internet, is for sure making Donald Trump very upset because it is showing that this race is not only winnable, it is turning Donald Trump into an underdog. Now, a Trump-funded poll, I think this is funded by Trump, or it was a conservative-leaning poll, came out yesterday that showed that the race was very much so, we were very much so the underdogs in the race. Here's the results of that poll. It had Pennsylvania, Trump at a 6-point lead, Arizona with an 8-point lead, Michigan with a 2-point lead, and Wisconsin with a 1-point lead. So with results like that, people are saying that, you know, the switch up didn't matter. Kamala Harris still is going to lose. Doesn't matter who's on the nominee. Democrats are going to lose. That's not the case. First off, that poll happened before Kamala became the nominee. There's going to be tons and tons and tons of press, advertising dollars, rallies. There's one happening in the next 30 minutes. And Donald Trump is well-defined. Kamala Harris isn't. And so she is going to become a new figure in this race. And also the electorate has said for the longest time, they just want someone new. And this poll that I'm about to show you is going to show you that proof that when you give the voters something they want, they respond positively. Okay, so are you ready for this? This Ipsos Reuters poll shows that Kamala Harris is in the lead. In a head-to-head, Kamala Harris leads Donald Trump by 2 points. And interestingly, when you add Robert Kennedy Jr., and there's going to be third parties in this election, that is a thing we're going to have to contend with. I wish that wasn't the case, but it looks like it may be a net benefit. RFK Jr. is in this race to help himself and I think to help Donald Trump. But it looks like he's actually hurting Trump and he's hurt his own reputation. Because when we look at this poll, Kamala Harris is at 42%. Donald Trump goes down to 38%. And RFK Jr. is at 8%. So Donald Trump is hurt by RFK Jr. being in the race. And Kamala Harris is right now the favorite to win. I mean, this is going to be very dynamic. It's going to change a lot, but this is a great sign because one, like I said, there has been no money spent behind her. And there's been other polls that show that people don't really have an opinion of her at all. So they just need to be introduced to her. So imagine after hundreds of millions of dollars of positive advertising is put behind her. There's all these rallies that happen. She's going to be with every single famous person that you know. She's having all this positive momentum on TikTok. It's just the beginning of that. And so if it's already competitive right now and she's in the lead, then I really do believe that Donald Trump was at his peak yesterday. And it's only downhill from here. Of course, like I said, it's going to be dynamic. There'll be some days where he's up. There's some days where he's down. But it's always good to be in the lead. I don't care if polls are real or not. It's always better to be in the lead than not. But here's what I want to say is that in 2016, we suffered one of the worst losses in American history. The person who won the popular vote didn't win the election. Donald Trump won through an inside straight, and he carried the election because of 80,000 votes spread across 3 states. But what did we do as Democrats? We didn't say it was fake. We didn't say that it was rigged. We said, all right, we're going to learn from this. We are going to organize, mobilize, turn out our voters, refine our message, and we have won every single election since. 2018, we won historic margins in the House. 2020, we won the House, we won the Senate, we won the presidency. And then in 2022, there was a red wave that was going to happen, and Democrats organized and mobilized, and they barely squeaked out to win the House, and we kept the Senate. That never happens to the party in power. And it's only happened because Donald Trump is an existential threat to democracy. Everyone knows it. And it's also because Democrats got smart. And Donald Trump is a loser who can't even admit he lost. And one of the worst things you can do is when you make a mistake, you don't learn from it. Donald Trump has not learned a thing from the reason why he lost in 2020. He's done nothing to expand his base. And we were being dragged down because people, for better or for worse, weren't excited about Biden. Well, Democrats, again, listened. And we have someone in there now who is exciting, who's polling high, and Donald Trump is about to learn that losers lose, especially when they don't learn from their mistakes.
I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?